Hey, so a month ago I took a MyHeritage DNA test to figure out where my ancestry comes from. The reason I took this was not because I'm adopted, but because I wanted to know more information. So I got the results yesterday and they were very interesting. One thing I do want to say is that taking this test has shown me that you cannot judge a book by its cover, period. And also, I recorded my natural reaction to the results. So the recordings that you're gonna see is me looking at the results of what for the first time. So it's not the best recording, but it's a natural recording. Okay. It's saying that I am 31.8% North and West European, which is surprising. It says 24.7% Nigerian, 24.4% Sierra Leone, 5.7% Iberian, and it says 13.4% of 33 more ethnicities. So I'm showing you my computer screen right now, and this is what it's looking like so far, but I'm going to click on, that is so weird, France, Germany area. The Africa area is not so, that's weird. Okay, we gotta look more into this. And this is what's expected. This is interesting to me. So now I see the whole estimate, and I'm gonna read to you what it says. Okay, so it says Africa, which would be my biggest percent, but not by much. It's almost like, it's 54%, so almost half. So, and this is very surprising because it's not spread out through Africa. A lot of people have like a lot of regions in Africa. It's only showing 3 for me, and that is Nigeria being the most with 24.7%, Sierra Leone being 24.4%, so very close with that, and then Africa East, Kenya at 4.9%, and that's the only areas in Africa. I wasn't expecting so much for it to look like this, but I expected European, you know, being from, well, having family that's Latina, of course, like they are usually native from, you know, Central, South America, the Americas, and then Europe. So that mix, so I expected it to be there. But it's saying 37.5%. And that is North and West Europe being the highest with 31.8%, and then South Europe being the Iberian area with 5.7%. Well, Central America, of course, I know, like that's where my grandmother is from. That's where my dad is from. So 5.7% from Central America. And then this is crazy. It says Middle East. I am 2.8% Middle Eastern. Yeah. And that's it. That is it. This Middle Eastern, I don't know who is Middle Eastern at all. And it's a circle around Turkey, Iran, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. And it is showing some DNA matches, like some relatives. So that's interesting. I'm definitely going to take a look at that. I don't want to put their names out there, but it's showing like 3rd through 5th cousins, 3rd through 4th cousins, some people in the U.S. So, hey, I'm going to take a little peek at that. So, growing up, I considered myself to be biracial, one African American parent and one Latin parent. So, that's what I always said about myself. But I grew up in Atlanta, so as you know, if you know anything about Atlanta, you know that it's very, very, very diverse. You have so many people here. Black population is huge. European population or white population is huge. Indian, Asian population huge. It is like an extreme melting pot, especially in 2018. But growing up, I went to a private school that was basically all black. And when I was in that school, I was told too that, oh, you're black, which is cool with me. I have no problem with being black, but the problem that I do have is that that is only one side of the story. And I feel like growing up, I was denied being who I am. So another little story is that my sister and I have the same mother and a different father, okay? My mother is African American, my father is Latin. My sister has an African American mother and African American father, but her skin is fairer than my skin. And growing up, people would say that my dad was not actually my dad, but it was my sister's dad, solely basing it on skin color alone, not appearances, facial features, anything like that. It was just skin color. Oh, that's not your dad. That's your sister's dad. And so it was like a little bit of an identity crisis because I kind of knew my story, but I was being denied who I was by everyone around me, if you understand what I mean. So I did this, as like for myself, for that self-validation. And also I had a little running joke, going on, little internal joke. And I said that my parents stole me from the hospital and I'm not really their child. And the reason why I said that is because there aren't really like baby pictures of me. There's toddler pictures of me, but no baby pictures of me. And I was like, there's baby pictures of my sister. There's baby pictures of my brother. So it's because y'all stole me. But this test, using this test or doing this test has shown me that I can't make that little jokey joke anymore because things are pretty much adding up. So I'm not going to say there weren't any surprises. There were a couple of surprises. But now I can proudly say that I am an African, European, Central American, Middle Eastern woman.